Top of the top, what it do, YouTube, on this Tuesday morning. My people from everywhere, welcome back to the channel. For everybody who's first time tuning in, please like, share, and subscribe. I'm out here in this rain. I take my granddaughter to school. This the kind of stuff that, like, we be in the pen, we stripped, we captured, we taken away from our families, from society. We wish we had these opportunities to be to take your kids to school, your nephews, nieces to school, your grandkids to school. In this rain, you know, many days I done been walking a child in the rain and be like, damn, I wish I was taking one of my kids to school, you know what I mean? So now I'm out here, all my kids is grown, but I got grandkids, so that's what I do. Take my grandkids to school. The ones that stay with me, it's only one, but I gotta get it right there. On my paw duties this morning, top of the top. Look at your boy, my birthday this week. This what 53 look like, y'all. 53 young. Brother getting old. Hey man, do me a favor, y'all. Everybody who believe in God, believe in prayer. Pray for my grandmother, man. She in the hospital doing bad right now. I've been going through that. The whole family been going through it with that, man. That's a tough one. Cancer, man. It's stripping us. That's why I rock pink a lot, because fuck cancer, right? So anyway, out here in this rain, let me tell y'all a little story. First thing first, let me give a shout out to the homie Stan. Thanks for the super thanks, bro. I appreciate your support like always, bro. Much love. Now let's get right into this story. Okay, this story right here takes place in 1988. I was living on Alpine and Carlin in Linwood in the Palm Oak Gangster Crip hood. At this time, Palm Oaks didn't have a problem with Raymond's. Palm Oaks had a problem with our allies, in particular the 60s, and in particular anything neighborhood, because they had an issue with the Compton neighborhoods and the Linwood neighborhoods. I think at this time, Big Kendall from Compton neighborhood just got killed recently before this. Maybe, I don't know how much before this time, but he had just got killed not too long ago. So, you know, that was they had a little war going on. It was heated. Little Ken Dogs to come to the house. Little Ken Dog was fucking with my baby mama's sister, Lisa. Now, I lived in this duplex. It was me, my homie Short Dog, my baby mama 8 Ball, and my homegirl baby Scub. We lived with this girl named Mona from Linwood neighborhood and this other girl named Shota from Hollywood, Pyru. Across the street from us was the homie Nuki. His name was 8 Ball also. That's Big Junie from Palm Oaks' little brother. They mama stayed across the street. So they little brother Nuki started with, Junie was in prison. I never met Big Junie from Palm Oaks. I heard a lot about him. I seen him on other interviews, but I used to fuck with his little bro. His little bros to come to the house. We started always smoking shit together. We was cool. Also stayed there, well, who didn't stay? No. Mona's baby daddy, this cat named Ren 10 from Main Street. He didn't stay there, but in a sense he did, because he was always in the garage in the back. I used to go back there and drink with him. We used to be back there drinking like Wild Irish Rose, Diamond Red, Night Train, Silver Satin, Mad Dog, all that old cheap ass shit. We used to drink all that shit back in the back. That's all he did, is hang out and drink back there. Once he got off work, he was a welder. He worked somewhere in Linwood. He get off work, he over there pop the garage up. I go back to the garage, me and Show Dog and kick with him. Ren 10 was straight. Ren 10 was an older Crip G homie. You know what I'm saying? We used to back there. He used to school us on a lot of little shit, but he was cool, dude. So we living over here. Now, this ain't our hood, so I ain't really serving over there, but I got some dope with me. We moved over here because we was in these motels on Century. Inglewood police came and ran us up out the motels. They like, y'all better get the fuck up out of here. We know who y'all is. Y'all all finna go to jail. So we just vacated and just dipped. We got to move to Linwood. We got up out of Inglewood and went to Linwood. So we out here now. Now, I left the motel. That's why I was doing my serving at. So now I'm not in the motels in the hood. I ain't making no money. I'm over in Palm Oak hood. At the time, I got an old Cadillac. I got a 74 Sedan DeVille. Long ass motherfucker on straight laces and 520s. But at this time, I was sitting on 3 laces and 1 dummy. So my shit just sitting up in front of the house, and the ignition was broke. So now my transportation game is fucked up. Now, me and Show Dog over there, Show Dog just got a Y8. He needed some work to stay on his trying. He trying to hustle, trying to get up. Neckbone. Neckbone is hot. Neckbone got the city on fire, literally. Neckbone done did some shit, got into a shootout with the police. Then he got into a shootout with Inglewood police and got away from their ass. He like really jumped out. They got on him. He jumped out the car, dumped, and got away. So they was all points bulletin looking for Neckbone. So Me and Show Dog, Neckbone's sister, she come to scoop Show Dog up from my house in Linwood, take him to the little spot. We had these apartments on Imperial and the IVCs right there, right off of Yukon and Imperial, them apartments right there. We used to be up in there serving. Neckbone had a spot up in there, like 2 spots up in there, but he wouldn't go up in there no more. Him and Sal from SOS. That's why he mentioned something on that interview I did, Neckbone. He might have mentioned Sal, one of the founders of SOS. Yeah, Sal from SOS to be running around with Neckbone. So, like I said, Neckbone hot. So he ducking low key riding through the hood, but he got Short Dog serving for him in the spots over there, managing the spots. So I'm going over there. I got some work. My work ain't selling in Linwood. I got to get my hustle on. So we going over trying to get it on. But shit, one day we was over there. They must have raided these apartments like 3 different agencies. It's like Lennox Shares, Hawthorne Police, and Inglewood Police looking for Neckbone. They hit these motherfucking apartments so hard. Somebody said he was over there, but it was me and Show Dog. So somebody when they said Neckbone over there, but it was us. They hit these motherfucking apartments. Me and the homie must have broke. We got up out there motherfuckers. There's a trailer parks next door. I got up into the trailer park next door and got into somebody's house and just laid low. And they was looking for Bone. Because Bone, like I said, I think Neckbone had the city on fire. Anything we did in the city, and we couldn't be in the motels no more because they was kicking in the doors. They looking for Raymond's. The shit Neckbone, he came home. Neckbone just stirred up a gang of shit. Neckbone was a damn fool, straight up. Y'all don't know? Yes, Neckbone was a damn fool in them 80s. Now, I can't serve over here no more. So now I got this dope. I probably got like a double up 200. I got a baby on the way. I'm doing bad. My car ain't working. I'm a grimy ass nigga. We living in this little duplex. We got a bag of potatoes in this motherfucker. That's all we got. I think we ain't got no ground beef. Nigga hungry. So what I do, I rob the pizza man. I go knock the pizza man for a bunch of pizzas and shit. I'm 18. I run back to the house with a whole bunch of pizzas and shit. Now at the time, Mona from Linwood neighborhood, she always had a lot of friends coming over. They used to have carnivals at Linwood. I think it was Linwood Park. They had a carnival, I think, at Linwood Park that day by the old Linwood Sheriff Station. So afterwards, she was at the house with her friends. Her friends was the homegirls from Southside Compton. One of them was Angie. I think her name was Angie. I think she had a sister named Tanya. Pam, I think they called her Buffalo Pam. Yeah, because I was writing her when I was in the pen. She was up in one of them pens. That's the writer over there. Then there was another one, about 4 or 5 of them over there. It wasn't the homegirl Jordash. I've been knowing Jordash for a long time. Shout out to Miss Jordash, Southside Compton, wherever she at. And the homie BG Keve, what it do, bro? So anyway, we all over here. I done came back in the house with pizza. So everybody in the house chilling. You got all these females. You got 2 Raymonds in here, Hollywood Pyru, some Southside Comptons in there, a homegirl from Linwood neighborhood. Oh, and the homegirl April Love from 111 was up in there too. So yeah, April was up in that motherfucker too. So now we up in there. Here come one time they done kicked in the door. I go and dive in the bedroom, start snatching my braids out. For they can't identify I had braids in my hair. Start pulling my braids out. They come and gaffle me up. They come and gaffle up Short Dog. They gaffle little homie, tiny 8-ounce. Lil Duck Down from 6'9" East Coast, but back then he wasn't Lil Duck Down, his name was Bubble. They got for the girl Shoulder from Hollywood Power Up, and for some reason, they got for the homie Payback from Pominoke up. Payback was outside somewhere when he had the black glass house. They snatched Payback up. So we all go to jail. You know, I cut everybody loose. I did this on me. I cut everybody loose, I wrote it, that's what it is. But Payback got a parole violation, so he had to go end up in the joint, go do his violation. So now, here I go, I'm in the county jail. This is my first time in the county jail. Really, I was in the county jail before, but I never made it upstairs, meaning I went to court, and I came back from court, I went straight to release tanks. And at that time, I was using my brother's name. I was only 17, and I was fucking around, me and the homie Skulls up in the 30s. Skull had the primered up glass house, the all plush blue interior on laces. He bought it from Bam from 11 Deuce neighborhood, rest in peace. We riding around the 30s and got blurred by one time, and I say this, I'm driving the car that runs, my license suspended, I give my brother name, and this nigga got warrants out in La Puente, so they gaffled me up and sent me to the county for this nigga, and that's how I ended up in the county the first time at 17. So now I'm in here in 88 at 18 for this pizza shit. I go to the county. Now, I was raised in the streets. I was always been up under Big Nugget. Big Nugget taught me a whole lot of shit about doing time before I was able to do time. When I was still doing juvenile time, Big Nugget was lacing me on how to do time in the pen and the county jail. So I knew that once I got to the county jail, I went upstairs. I knew Big T was up in there, motherfucker, somewhere 8 ounces up in there. YC was in there. Rico, rest in pieces, up in there. So many homies. Because sent me straight to the module. I went straight to 4700. So I go to 4700. They got people in the day room waiting to get housed in one of the cells when they get an open space in there. I end up in there because I think the homies one of the homies, I don't know who, Big Rabbit or somebody, they pulled me over there, gave OSS my name, whatever. OSS meaning Operation Safe Street. That's where all the gang members went to when you went to the county jail. If you was affiliated, they're gonna take you in there, take your picture, and then there you had all this gang writing on all the walls and shit. Niggas had banners, all the hoods up in that motherfucker, like some shit you saw in Colors, real shit. So I go up and I go up on Charlie Road, and like, hey, cuz you a fish? I don't know what the fuck a fish is. I just like, nah, nigga, I'm from Raymond. And I just pushed that seal. I'm a little nigga with long hair, shit looking wild, had old raggedy ass piece of perm in my shit. And I go right to Charlie 9. I go up in the cell, who I see. Lil Bird, rest in peace, from 111. The homie Lil Mouse from 9-0, who just touched down. What up, Mouse? I'll be at you soon, loved one. Homie D from Main Street, Roscoe from Showline, and then somebody else was in there. I think it was a 6-man cell, but niggas had mats and shit in there. And, you know, I'm in there because I'm in the county. So all the homies start coming to the cell like, what up? Oh, my homie Blue Boy. I think my homie Blue Boy from Pasadena was in there. I don't know. But a big kill came down in that motherfucker later. But anyway, I'm in there. Homies coming through like, what up, cuz? What up? Look out for me. Like, give me a little nigga care package and shit, some little cosmetics and shit. That second night I was in there, this dude I saw him earlier when we walked the child. I seen this nigga. And I knew him when we was kids. We used to live and watch together. When we was little bitty kids. We went to Compton Avenue Elementary School together. Way before we was banging. But he moved on in life, wherever they moved to. He ended up being a Crip from somewhere else. And, you know, I'm on the west side. I'm from Raymond. So, later on that night, the niggas fuck, old boy. I hear the nigga down there, mama. And they like, shut your ass up. And the nigga just banging him. And I'm just up on the bunk just listening like they fucking that boy down there. Them niggas was taking his booty. I don't know what he did, but they took his booty and rolled him up out of there. I don't know. I never knew. That wasn't my business. That was a whole nother hood. I don't know. That wasn't nothing for me to know. At this time, 4700 consisted of the Raymonds and everything in the Rolling Hundreds. Everything from Century to motherfucking LC Gundo. From the Butt Longs to the 10-4s to the 10-5s to the UGs, the 11 trays and 111, 11-5s and the Watergates. The whole 100 car was up in there. You had Trey 57, Southside Village, Altadena Blocks, Do-Rocks, Main Streets, Kitchens, 8-7 Gangsters, 11 Deuce Broadways, 9-7 Gangsters, West Boulevards, Schoolyards, PBGs, Marvins, Mansfields. We all up in this one motherfucking module on 2 tiers, Charlie Road, Able Road. 4800 had 4 tiers where the bigger gangs was at. Like I said, you over there, you had the East Coasters, which was the biggest Crip gang in the city at the time, probably still is, and then the Hoovers. Then you had the 60s, the 30s, the Comptons, the whole Compton car, the Watts car, 8-Tray Gangsters, and 5 Deuce Broadways. The rest of all the Crips was on over here, piled in these 2 tiers. They had 4 over there. Later on, the 60s and the 30s came over there. I was over there at the time when they first put the cages for you couldn't climb over the tier up. When they did all that, they put us on the roof the whole time we was over there. But anyway, 4700 niggas was so scandalous, and niggas was playing with niggas booty holes with lotion bottles and that motherfucker. Real shit. Niggas knew never go into county jail and say I can't get tied up. I knew that before I even been to the county jail. Don't say you can't get tied up in that motherfucker, because niggas gonna challenge you. And some niggas will go in and get tied up and was weak, and that's when they got tied up and niggas got the lotion bottle and start tickling niggas booty holes. Niggas did that. Some of the niggas y'all might know to this day, they don't want y'all to know that. But other niggas know who it was. Some niggas done got their booty hole played with a motherfucking lotion bottle. Niggas was tying motherfuckers up, really real shit. They was tying people up, these cats up, putting them in the 4-sack. I seen the homies tie a dude up, put him in the 4-sack. Oh, a 4-sack is like something like a sleeping bag, but a sheet, where you can just slide over your mat. When you get your mattress, you just slide over your mat. So you got your 4-sack. That's what they put all your bedroll and all that shit in there. I just seen dudes tie a dude up, put him in the 4-sack. I done seen them pour hot coffee on this dude. I done seen dudes pour hot coffee on dude's booty hole. Real shit. Seen dudes tie dude up in the 4-sack, tie the whole 4-sack up on the bars in the cell, right? This is real shit. I cannot make this shit up. And be in the back of the cell with state soap and playing pitcher, just throwing the stay soap at this dude in the fucking 4-sack top. Here you go, mom. And niggas like just boom, throwing bars of stay soap at this cat. It was brutal in there. It was real brutal. And we played games in there for swats. We played games like pluck, and you playing pluck, and if you lose, you got to get how many swats you take, and you got to hold the bars, and you got to say, pluck, pluck, I can't play pluck, work a fuck. Bow! Pluck, pluck, I can't play pluck, worth the fuck. Oh, shit. Niggas was really doing that and shit. And in 47, 48, the Bloods probably was doing the same shit in 43. I don't know. They was different. I don't know what they was doing down there. But I know with 4800, 4700, those are the type of activities went on. Niggas did a lot of scandalous shit in there. Niggas took ass. Niggas did people wrong. Did scandalous to people in there. Niggas and hollered at other niggas' girls up in there. You know what I mean? Went up in his shit and took his phone number or whatever and low-keyed and hollered at his girl. Niggas done scandalous shit. Niggas had riots in that motherfucker. Niggas get the set tripping. And that's one of the reasons why Nugget always pushed to us. Like, cousin, you go to the county and you go to the module. Because it be times when we be showed in there and we get showed and these other dudes get deep. You never know when they start set tripping. It could be like 10 of us over here at this time. Then you got like 28 of them. So always go to the module. Only homies, it was certain homies was exempt from going to the module based on their cases. Other than that, you just in there for some bullshit, robberies, some simple shit, dope cases and shit. You better go to the module. Because I seen one of my best friends, one of my most solid dudes that was straight down as fuck, got ran off because he didn't go to the module. He went to go out to the ranch in Wayside. And, you know, the homies didn't accept that. But 4700 was scandalous. It was cool. It was real. A lot of people couldn't make it in 47 or 48. Niggas was real booty bandits. If you was soft, you was getting tested in that joint. That shit was wild. But I'm glad I went there. I wanted to go through there. I wanted that experience. Just like I wanted to go to a level 4. I started out doing time on low levels, like Jamestown type shit. Level 1s, level 2s. But I was like, fuck this. I want to go to cell living. I'm tired of this dorm shit. I want to go behind the wall. I want to go meet my G homies. So by choice, I ended up in the Pelican Bays or in the Corcoran Shoes and Solidads and Centinelas and all these high-level prisons I done been to by choice. Because of the shit I did, because I'm like, fuck this dorm shit. Now I want to go where the cripping is real at. I'm glad I did because I learned a lot. I met a lot of people. And by me meeting a lot of people, that shaped me to understand what I understand today and my relations with people on both sides of the fence. Understand the importance of respect and how to coexist. Because I went to the higher levels. Because I went to where it was cracking at in the CRIP modules. I put myself through the fire. And sometimes we got to do that through life in order to get the best out of us. We got to put ourselves through the fire. We got to mold ourselves all over. We got to burn off a different layer that we had before in order to proceed to be what we're supposed to be and what we want to be. Sometimes you got to put yourself through the fire in order to make it. Hey, yo, thank y'all for tuning in. Everybody who's first time, please like, share, and subscribe, man. And shout out to everybody who tuned in. Shout out to the homie Roddy Bam from 6-0, El Crazy Mike from Schoolyard, my nigga Fats, What It Do Bastard, and everybody else who tuned in. Thank y'all, man. Peace. Correction. I was wrong when I said 11 Deuce neighborhood. No, Bam was from 11 Deuce Broadways. The homie Scud bought the glass house from Bam. We bought like, I think 8 ounce bought a 6. Big 8 ounce bought a 6 from him too. We was buying cars from 11 Deuce Broadways. We used to fuck with the 11 Deuce Broadways real tough back then. It was all love over there between 11 Deuce Broadways and 11 East Coasts. We used to all be around there. Everybody went to lock. It was all cool until shit just went bad. But yeah, that's what it was. Bam from 11 Deuce Broadway. Yeah, yeah.